Hello everybody, it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. I'm so glad you guys could join me. We've got a really cute card today. Oh my gosh. And I gotta tell you, I think what I love most about this card is that the products that I use, the stamps and the punch, I got them for free. Yep, and you can too. Sale-a-Bration is still going on, my friends, and I was able to get this stamp set and the matching punch. Yep, these two things right here. And guys, if you will just look down there in the YouTube description for the link to my website, you can learn how you can get these for free as well. But in the meantime, I say we get to stamping. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. All right, let's get to creating our DIY 5-minute card. We love to make cards in a hurry. And you know what? I think what's even better than creating cards in a hurry is when I got the stamp set and the punch for free. Let me show you the stamp set we're going to use today. It's called Thoughtful Blooms, and guys, it is fantastic. We've got some really nice little sentiments, some fun flowers, and a really great focal image. And another option for your Sale-a-Bration item is that you can choose the matching punch as well. So this is going to be a really fun stamp set for you to play with. My cardstock today is in pumpkin pie, and I have that cut 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2 inches. My lovely lipstick cardstock is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and a piece of Whisper White, 3 3/4 by 5 inch. And then I have some of our 1/4 inch grosgrain ribbon, and that is in pineapple punch. That's going to add a really great burst of yellow to the card. All right, we're going to start stamping. So I've got a lovely lipstick ink pad. And this is a layering piece. And if you guys have followed me for any length of time, you know I love to use that layering piece to create either some punched images or die cut images. I think it makes such a difference. Now I only need 3 flowers, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch out 3 more. Because you know what? Even though I didn't do it on my original card, I think I'm going to add some of those flowers to the inside. All right, now I can come in with the matching punch and give all 6 of these flowers a quick punch. Don't you love punches? They make our lives so wonderful and easy. All right, let me set that off to the side, and I can now come in with that Whisper White. There is a really great, just an accent. And I'm going to stamp that in lovely lipstick. Make sure I got that good. And I'm just going to stamp that right here on the left side. I can now come in with a Granny Apple Green ink pad. And look at this great focal image. It's so wonderful. All right, we're just going to stamp that just right there. That's so easy. And then we have this little bitty flower. And do you see all of our leaves have a spot that are just waiting for that little flower. So let's add those here onto our stems. And I thought it needed a good neutral, so I'm going to bring in Night of Navy for my sentiment. And we'll add that right up there at the top. I want you to notice the little notch that I took out of my Whisper White cardstock. That kind of helps my ribbon stay in place. So we're going to do that little notch technique. So I have my little 1/2 inch circle punch. And what I'm going to do is I'm lining up the edge of the punch with the bottom of the cardstock. And can you see I'm just nipping a little, just a little tiny notch. So let's do that here on the other side. And now we can take that ribbon, and I'm going to tie the bow over here on the left-hand side. So let's bring that ribbon around. I'll tie my bow here. There we go. We're now ready to add this, and we're just going to cover up. You see, we're covering up all that mess. So let me come in with my snail. And my desk is so messy right now, I couldn't find it, but there we go. Hey, if you guys are enjoying Sale-a-Bration and you are enjoying the fun cards, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and see lots more stamping inspiration. We've got so much here waiting for you. All right, we have covered up all of that. See, we're just getting more bang for our buck. I'm going to bring in my card base, and actually I'm going to add this with Stampin' Dimensionals. You guys have heard me say it a million times. I think adding dimension to a card makes all the difference in the world. And these little dimensionals are so affordable. You get 300 in a pack. And so it just makes such a difference to have a card that's not just flat, it's got that little extra something. We can now add that to the front of our card. Now we're going to add our flowers. Guys, I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to make it easy, and I'm going to use my mini glue dots. Oh, but before I do, you know what? We're going to give these a little pop. I almost forgot to share my super cool trick. So I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool, but you can use just about anything. In fact, if you'll notice here on your Take Your Pick tool, there's a spatula on one end, a paper piercer on the other, but you also get a stylus tool. So I'm going to take that one out. It just twists right out, and we're going to use the thick one. You notice there's a thin tip and a thick tip. Let's use that thick tip. Just twist that on. Watch the magic. I'm going to take, I've got my paper piercing mat here underneath me. Let's just give that a press, and look at that great dimension my flowers have. This, again, making those cards extra special. That's what it's all about. We love that. So let me get my last flower. Now we can add these to the card, and I'll just add these. I'm not going to press them down in case I need to move them around. So just gently adding them. So let's get this last one. And when you're happy with them, you can give them a press. But do you see how that dimension adds so much? Now these remaining 3 flowers, I could add here to the inside. Maybe just take an additional piece of the Whisper White and just add those to the inside. Now they're going to need to go a little bit flatter, of course, so we can just flatten those down. But that's another option that I have. Or I can take those, put them inside with my stamp set, and when I need a few extra flowers, I know I'm going to have them. All right, now I'm going to add some real pop. Are you ready? The Happiness Blooms enamel dots. Love these. I'm going to go ahead and switch out my Take Your Pick tool to my paper piercer. By the way, this is not a full sheet. This has been cut down. I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to use this middle. The little, well, come here. I cannot seem to pick it up. There we go. Yeah, we'll use this middle dot because there's 3 different sizes, but oh my goodness, look at how that pineapple punch just goes wah, right off the card. I love it. Let's go ahead and get these last 2 flowers. Just a fabulous little card. And like I said earlier, you can't beat a card that starts with a free stamp set and punch. I hope you enjoyed today's card. Remember, you can earn this stamp set and this punch for free as well. Head over to simplysimplestamping.com or just look down in the YouTube description for the link. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.